Hi yogis, welcome to day 5 of Aloe Yoga's 7 days of chakra balancing. I am Alissa Yoga. I'm here to guide you through day 5, which is our throat chakra. Really excited for this. And just in case you were wondering, you're doing a great job. So don't give up now. We have today's flow and then 2 more days. You've got this, stick with it. Leave us a comment after you've done the whole flow. Tell us how you liked it. We love your feedback. Without any more, let's get started. So come into child's pose. And we're going to bring the hands out in front of us, rest our forehead. This class, we're going to start with a deep collective breathing exercise. I'll explain it first. We're going to inhale through the nose so the lips are sealed. You'll take in breath and then you'll hold your breath at the peak. And once I direct, you'll open your mouth and sigh your breath out, making a H-A ha sound. So let's begin. Close the lips. Inhale through the nose. Fill the air come into your lungs, almost as if you're inflating a balloon. And then hold your breath. Good. Open the mouth. Exhale. Ha. Again, inhale, seal the lips, fill the lungs, take in more air, hold, and open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale. Feel the lungs expand as you take that belly into the chest and even deep into your belly. Hold. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh. 2 more breaths this way. Inhale. Take in a little bit more air and hold your breath. Open the mouth. Last one, inhale. Hold. And exhale. Let your forehead stay gently resting here. And as we do a very simple warm-up, I'll explain a little bit about our throat chakra to you. So walk both hands over to the right side of your mat. Right hand will come on top of the left and pull the hips gently over to the left side of your mat. Forehead will rest again. So the throat chakra is at the center of the throat, and it's this bridge between our heart chakra, the 4th chakra, and our 3rd eye or intuition. So it's this place where we can really speak and tell the world who we are and what we stand for. Let's come back to center now and walk the hands to the other side. Left hand on top of right, forehead rests, hips towards the back corner of the mat. And so to be able to speak clearly from our throat chakra, we have to be in alignment inside of us and balanced to speak our best version of ourselves. Speak from this perspective of our true self. Hands back to center, very good. And then come up onto all fours. I'll keep telling you about this chakra. We'll go ahead and start some cat-cows. So shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Inhale, belly down, gaze up. And exhale, really round gaze at the spine. Keep moving with your own breath. Inhale, gaze up. Cow, and exhale, round cat. Continue with your own breath, belly down, gaze up, inhale, and exhale, round. So the color that's associated with our throat chakra is a lighter blue color. You might keep that in the back of your mind as we continue our practice today. And when we really balance this chakra, we can attract things into our lives to serve our highest good, because we're speaking from that same place. So bring your spine to neutral and let's just get into the practice. We're going to make figure 8s with our hips. So the hips come back
up through center, and then up and back. So you're making this figure 8 shape with the hips. Really nice for getting out any kinks, especially if you've been sitting at a desk all day. And we'll take our figure 8s the other direction now. There might be a little bit of popping in your hips. That's okay. Try to smooth out the motion. Good, one more time, and we'll come to center. Nice. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up. Downward facing dog, our first pose. The fingers are spread out wide. All 5 fingertips press into the mat, but especially the pointer and the thumb. Now the legs are straight, or as straight as they can be. And then the heels touch the ground, maybe. They might lift a little bit. That's okay as you become a little more flexible. Now down dog is another one of these postures where if you are flexible, it's easy to be lazy here. You can just not really engage your legs. Try to tighten your thighs and keep your legs straight and active. The core pulls in and you're gazing to the tops of the thighs or your navel, depending on your body type. A few more breaths here. Very nice. Now lift the right leg up, bend the knee, flex the foot here, stack the knee over the hip. Now re-extend that leg and step the foot between the hands. Warrior 1. Inhale, rise up, palms touch. And exhale, warrior 2. Open everything up to the side of the room. The gaze is forward. That front knee is coming directly over the ankle, no further, and not sickling in. One more breath. And both hands come down. High to low push-up. Inhale to up dog, roll over the toes if you can. And exhale to down dog. Lift the left leg up now, flex the foot, bend the knee. Knee stacks over the hip for this stretch. Now re-extend, step the foot between the hands. Warrior 1, core is in tight, gaze is lifted, palms press. And open it up to warrior 2. Everything opens to the side of the room, but your gaze is still forward. Focused, breathing in and out through the nose. And on your next exhale, both hands come down. High to low push-up. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Now we're going to get into the cleansing part of our flow. So we're going to do lots of twists, lots of opening of the spine. Inhale, right leg up. Step it between the feet. This first one will be modified. If you know this full pose and would rather take that, please do so. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, hook the left elbow on the outside of the thigh. Press your palms together, gaze up. Now for this twist, if you want more support from the back foot, just tuck those toes. And to open the chest more, press your palms together. Try to work the hands towards the center of the chest. Option to open your arms for our last few moments here. And very nice. Plant the hands, high to low push-up, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. We'll step the left foot between the hands now, drop onto your back knee, lift the right arm up. You can keep those toes tucked, and twist left side. Press your palms together, working the palms towards the center of the chest. Of course, taking the full version of the pose if you know it. And open the arms for our last few moments here. And if you're like, Alissa, I don't know the full version, will you show me? You just lift that back knee up. The heel's lifted. Slowly release. Hands come down. High to low push-up. Inhale to up dog. And we'll stay down. Bring your forehead down to the ground. and then bring your forearms down to the ground. On your next inhale, lift into Sphinx Pose. Big toes touch. You can look at something in front of you or close the eyes. And you might notice this pose as you squeeze the glutes, press the feet into the mat, that there is an opening in your throat here. A subtle stretch. If you'd like, you can stay right here. Maybe straighten the elbows a little bit. You might not even straighten the arms here, just to feel the pose in a different way. Maybe a little bit more opening in the throat chakra. Breathe into that. Exhale, so nice. Come down. Press back to a child's pose and tuck your toes. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. We're going to take another twist now. So this time, lift the right leg up, straight leg, point the toe, step it through. Left hand to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, extend the right fingers up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Option to stay here or take a wrap. Right hand to the left hip pocket. You can stay here. A third option for a little deeper stretch, extend the right arm up. Now you'll pivot the right toes towards the long edge of the right long edge of the mat and come onto the outer edge of your back foot. Drop the hips down. This is a pretty intense double hip stretch. Extend the right arm back towards the back of your mat. Breathe. And if you're really feeling something in your hips, send your breath to that spot. Good, now come back around, very nice. And we'll just step back to that down dog. Bend the knee. In between here, we're going to take a wild thing. Step the foot off the left side of your mat. Extend the right arm up. Really nice opening in the throat. So good. Come back around. Plant the hand and plant the foot. Now, lift the left leg up. Point the toes. Get long. Step your foot between the hands. Right hand will stay down. Left arm will lift for the twist. Reach your fingertips high. And take a wrap if you did before. Left hand to the right hip pocket. And if you went a little bit further, you'll keep that hand up, but then come onto the outer edge of your back foot and pivot the left toes towards the left long edge of the mat. As the hips come down to your level of comfort, extend the fingertips towards the back of your mat. Breathe. Good, and come back around, hands come down. Step the left foot back, and we'll lower down Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, and then simply come back down. Forehead rests. Bring your arms out to a T position. Good. The hands are in line with the shoulders. Forehead rests. On an inhale, we're going to lift everything we can up off the mat. Exhale out all your breath to start. Inhale, lift everything up. The arms, the legs, the gaze. Breathe. Now interlace fingers behind the low back. Knuckles back, lift up. So good. Release. Press back. Child's pose. To downward facing dog. This time we'll lift the left leg up high, bend the knee, and take a wild thing on this side. Maybe drop the foot off your mat, extend the arm, and come back around. Left leg extends and drop the foot. Deep inhale, and exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose, and exhale, sigh it out the mouth. One more twist. Lift the right leg high. Step the foot between the hands. So we're going to take a lizard twist now, and there are a few levels for it. Drop onto your back knee to start. Left hand can be to the inside of the right foot here. And then we're going to reach back for our lizard tail, our foot, yeah? If this is good for you, stay here. If you can go a little further, bring the left forearm to the mat, and then try reaching back. You might not grab your foot yet, that's okay. If you can though, do so. Last part of the pose is to roll that right shoulder back. You can gaze at the ceiling, your foot. I prefer the ceiling here. And exhale, gently release. For this one, we're going to come into a low plank on the forearms. Breathe. For 3, for 2, for 1. Plant one hand and the other, high to low. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Step the left foot forward now for our lizard twist. Right hand to the inside of the foot, or maybe the forearm. I like to grab the top of the foot here in this twist. If that feels nice for you, you might do the same. Drop your back knee down, bend the right knee, maybe reach. Maybe grab your lizard tail, roll the left shoulder back. Gaze towards the ceiling or your foot. Wherever you can find the most length in your neck, most opening in your throat, that's where you should gaze for this one. Slowly release the twist. We'll come back into that forearm low plank, both legs back, hands press, hips in line. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Plant one hand, then the other. Chaturanga Flow. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Very good. From here, look to the top of the mat and step or hop to your hands. We're going to come to a seated place on our heels. And then you have a few options. You can sit on your heels. If you have healthy knees, please sit in between your heels for Reclined Hero's Pose. So to start the posture, hands to the knees, spine is straight. You can stay here. If you'd like to move further, bring the right hand behind you, then the left hand. Maybe the right forearm down, left forearm. You can stay here. Now, this is super important. If your knees lift, don't move on in the pose. Knees are very expensive to fix, and they're never quite the same, so you don't want to mess with them. Make sure it feels good. If you can, lie all the way down. The chest will gently rise, kind of like a rainbow shape here. And you might lift your arms up, grab opposite elbows overhead, and exaggerate that lift in your chest. Breathe. So for this 5th chakra flow, our throat chakra, we've done a lot of cleansing. We've done a lot of twisting. And now we are simply restoring the body. And right now we're preparing it for the greatest opening we're going to do this class with this chakra. It will feel good, it will feel nice, and it will really get everything moving within your body. Slowly release the elbows. If you have a hold of them, bring your hands back to your feet. Now to get up out of this, press onto your elbows, plant one hand, and then the other. Very intentional, very mindful. We'll rise back up. We'll come up onto the knees. So this next posture is the peak of our throat chakra flow. It's Camel Pose. Please go to your depth in the posture and make sure you're breathing naturally. So the breath we've been using in this class, the inhales and the exhales and even that ha sound, that's all stimulating our throat chakra. It's done mindfully, it's done purposefully. So bring your hands to your low back first. Press your hips forward. Now, gaze up at the ceiling. If you can continue to press the hips forward and look and see the back wall, then it's safe for you to move further. If you can see the back wall but your hips are back here, please don't move on. One hand down, right heel. Other hand down, left heel. To begin, thumbs on the outside, fingers on the inside. If you've been doing this pose a long time, advanced grip is to place the full palm on the sole of the foot. Really feel that opening in your throat. It's really connecting all the chakras in this pose. You have the throat connecting the lower chakras to the upper ones. So beautiful. Few more breaths. Slowly bring one hand to your low back and the other and rise up. Take a moment. Bring the knees to touch. Sit back on your heels again. Forehead will rest on the mat.
So a very simple, delicate child's pose in between. Deep breath.
And rise back up. We're going to scoot back to the middle or back of our mat and towel and take rabbit to counterbalance that really large opening that we just did with our Ustrasana or Camel Pose. So hands to the low back to start, and then just slide your hands down and cup your heels, thumb on the outside, fingers on the inside, so you're just holding onto your heel like this. Now, straighten the spine, look forward, tuck your chin to your chest, and round forward and down like a wheel. Eventually, the forehead will come directly in front of the knees on the mat. Now, throughout this pose, there should be no strain on the neck whatsoever.
Now, if this is okay, hold on to the heels tight and lift the hips up. Breathe. This is the ultimate compression posture, pulling on the heels, lifting on the hips. And pull on the heels to return the hips back down. And rest your forehead, palms up near the back of the mat. Few moments here. Take another breath.
And then we'll rise back up, sit up. Inhale, lift the shoulders up, and exhale, roll them back. That feels nice. From here, come onto all fours and just tuck your legs in. Come to a comfortable seated place. And let the hands rest on your knees. Now, you can close the eyes here or look at the floor in front of you. I like to close the eyes to go inward. With the hands on the knees, something nice you can do is if you're trying to maintain your energy, maybe you've had a very busy day, keep your palms down. If you, like your cup runneth over and you have so much to give to the world, keep your palms up. That's a really nice gesture as we move here, start to wind down our class. Either palms down or up. Breathe. Now, before we move into our Shavasana or final relaxation today, let's exercise the power of the fifth chakra, the throat, and take one Om together. Bring the palms to touch, center of the chest. Exhale out all your breath to prepare. Inhale. Beautiful. Lie down on your back. Let everything fall out naturally. The palms face up. The legs fall out. The toes fall towards the edges of your mat. Let everything be loose and comfortable. No tension. No worries. Just pure bliss. Now, as you start to slowly bring your awareness back to your body in the present moment, start with the breath. On the inhale, feel the chest rise. On your exhale, it falls naturally. And wiggle the fingers and the toes to bring the body back to the present moment. And then roll onto one side or the other, just curling up into the fetal position. Hug the knees in. You might rest your head on your hands. A comforting shape for the body and the mind. Now slowly, no rush at all, nowhere to go. Just use the hands to support you as you come up to a comfortable seat. Cross-legged. If you'd like, you can take Lotus, half Lotus, the right heel on top of the left hip, and the left on top of the right. If that's too much, you can do one at a time, or easy pose. Hands to the center of the lap. Bring one hand on top of the other, and then touch the palms together. Inhale and exhale. Close the eyes, go inward. Inhale and exhale. Over your next few inhales and exhales, take an inventory. How do you feel mentally? Continue to breathe. How do you feel emotionally? And maybe even, how does your soul feel at this point in class? How do you feel? Why do you get on your mat every day? Your answer to that question might tap in to your throat chakra, to your truth. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful day. The good in me bows to and honors the light and good in each of you. Namaste.